There it is. The Fenix A320. Finally available in Microsoft Flight Simulator. Good evening, everyone. Welcome. I am Mike November Whiskey, coming to you from my basement. This is a really exciting moment. I was not expecting this to be released for at least another week, honestly. I know there's been a lot of buzz this week about this coming out, but it definitely beat my expectations to the punch. I have not set anything up. This is, I just jumped in the sim a few minutes ago after having downloaded it. All I've done is created my my Fenix account and kind of connected it to my sim brief and to my hobby and all those things, which means those are all things that are in here, which is fantastic. But I've set nothing else up. All the controls still need to be done, and I thought it would be fun to kind of like walk through it with you guys, because I'm sure you guys are just as anxious as I am. The basement lives. Hey, Panicon, how's it going? Yeah, because I thought we'd want to go through this together, and just like a few things I'm already noticing compared to the A320. One, there's certain details, like the wings look far more detailed. Actually, you know what? Let's go to drone mode so we can actually fly around this thing. All right. I mean, even from here, you could see the wing droop from the fact that the hydraulic systems are not activated. I don't know why this random speed brake is just kind of popping up, but maybe that's supposed to be that way. But even like down to the wheels look super detailed. The textures look fantastic, even down to the signage on the wheels here. You could read it. Look at that. Aha. That is amazing. That's amazing. Let's see if we could actually go up into the wheel well. Yeah, look at this. You could hang out up here a little bit. I think this is a dumbed down version of what the well looks like, but even the fact that it's this well rendered is pretty cool. Let's see, what else can we find here? You can see there's, oh, whoop, wrong button. You can see there's also a custom external power unit. It's making that really annoying sound you're hearing. So that's a nice touch as well. And you got some chocks. Of course, the engines look pretty cool. Why are they still spinning? Oh, you know what? One, it could be the wind, but two, when you do load into the Fenix for the first time, you are in a turnaround state. So I did lie. I changed the setting where we are back to cold and dark, which is where we like to start it. Hopping into the cockpit here. Actually, you know what? I'll do it properly. Let's check the inside. Let's check out the inside. All right. All right. So it immediately looks and feels a little different than the fly-by-wire. Even the detail of the FMC, for some reason, something just strikes me as like a little different. I think it's the texture of the buttons. We have slightly different instrumentation here. So our ISIS is analog versus digital. This might be because, of course, we're used to flying the Neo. This is like the old school A320, so we're going to notice those like little subtle differences. Oh, there's this electronic flight bag, which is quite cool. We need to kind of explore that to get this thing set up. And equivalent on the co-pilot side, and the default camera settings are a little different. So just cycling through the default camera settings, this is our view of the overhead. It looks a bit more weathered than we're used to in the Neo, but still, I mean, largely what you would expect. There's this panel. I have no idea. I've never seen this panel before. Looks like there's an auxiliary radio system up here, so there's definitely things for us to learn and explore in this that we haven't seen before. Central panel looks very weathered. Like this is definitely a well-flown aircraft. But this looks pretty much the same as what we're used to. Just the vantage point's a little different. We'll have to get used to that. Oh, and then, okay, here we are with the autopilot. Very nice, very sweet. And of course, I believe these are all functional as well. These are all the circuit breakers. Some of the final views, oh, there's the rear panel circuit breakers as well. These are things I'm not going to play with. I'm just going to assume they're all going to work. But my favorite view that I played with just before I went live is the cabin. Oh yeah. They did full interiors. Look at this. Super cool. Super cool. Just so well done. Can I actually move around in here with the same camera buttons? No. I'll have to figure out how to actually like move within the cabin. But pretty cool nonetheless. All right, so let's figure out how to set this thing up. First thing, I need to figure out how to map this to my Bravo controls. There are some tutorials online, so I might need to reference those. But first things first, I'm going to play around with this. In the Fenix menus, we have not set up our sim brief yet. I'm going to wait until we're done with the controls before we do that. Alright, so here's the controls. What is this? PED disconnect tiller. Not exactly sure what that means. Yeah. Well, hopefully I don't lose like frames because of it. Alright, so panel states is where we, chose to be cold and dark. But I don't see any like control settings in there. So, oh, departure performance, arrival performance. Oh, we're definitely going to check those out. But let's go to the McDo. Because I think... Oh, tell me we have to power the aircraft before we can actually access the settings in here. All right, let's figure that out. So let's turn the batteries on. And external power. Just as we'd expect. Wow. Crazy. Okay, now let's go to the McDo. Config out select desired system. It's all so subtly different. Alright, let's go to the config. Okay, this looks like our controls config. Here we go. Thrust levers. This is what we want. So, using default throttle profile. And there's different pages. Side stick rudder. Flaps. Alright. I'm just going to pull up the tutorial that was posted in the Discord. And we'll set up my throttle control here. So, okay. Alright, so my Bravo is set up the right way. I have the speed brake, throttles, and flaps in the right position. So set your throttle access to... Okay, so I'm going to go into my settings. And I'm going to go to my Bravo throttle. And use the preset manager. I'm going to create a copy of this. And we're going to call it Bravo Fenix. Alright, so let's go to... Okay, throttle. So what should we be using here? So throttle 2-axis, throttle 1-axis, that's all correct. Throttle 2-axis is R-axis Y. And R-axis Z, so that's already set the way we want it, and it is reading it. Perfect. So hold throttle reverse thrust is what we'll want next. Alright, so we can get rid of this one. So clear. And clear. And we'll want to see all of the options here for throttle. So we are looking for Hold throttle reverse thrusts. There it is, hold throttle reverse thrust. And it looks like it will want the 30 and 48. That looks correct. Validate. And then next we want decrease throttle. That's this one. And for this one, pull reverse levers and pull to max reverse. Oh, it's already in max reverse. Oh, no, wait. So actually, I want to get rid of that. I forgot it locks in. Actually, hold on. Cancel. Got to put it back before I do this. All right, so decrease throttle. And now pull it into reverse. So 26 and 27. Interesting. And pull max reversers. Oh, it wants me to map it again. So I see. And now max reversers. Oh, this is annoying. Max reversers. All right, cancel. All right, let's try this one more time. Max reversers and back. There we go. So 30, 48, 26, 27. Validate. So this is how they want me to set it up. We'll see how well that works in practice. All right, so that is that for setting it up in the profile. All right, so now let's go to the McDo config. So we'll go ahead and apply and save. Hey, Nico, how's it going? Oh, interesting. The systems are external to the sim. That's fantastic. All right, so we're now in the throttles calibration. Click calibrate. All right, so set thrust levers to Okay. Set thrust levers to idle reverse. Thrust levers are idle. What's the difference between idle reverse and idle? Thrust levers to climb. So I have markers on the Bravo throttle, so I'll set to climb there. So 71%. And flex MCT. It's about even there. Okay. And then toga. Store calibration. All right, so let's, I'll need to relearn these buttons. Let's make sure it maps. So this is, okay, that's idle. That looks good. Full reverse. Idle reverse. I see. Alright, so that's a bit wonky. So to get from full reverse see. Kind of have to come past 0 just a little bit and pull back. That's fine. Try it one more time. Yeah, it doesn't register unless you go all the way. So I might have to change. So idle reverse is just this. All right, I might do that one more time and see how that works. But let's try the detents. So this will be climb. Okay, and this will be flex. And this will be toga. Great. That looks well calibrated. Fantastic. All right. So that is good. Next page, side stick rudder. Okay, good. Side stick null zone. I mean, the alpha is so precise that I kind of want to make that 0. Didn't like that. Format error. Let's try 1. There we go. You know what? I'm not going to mess with this. I'm going to keep it 3, assuming that maybe that's how it is in the real plane. Huh? Let's try the rudder. Well, actually, let's try pitch down, pitch back. That all looks good. And rudder. Yes. Rudder. Great. Okay. Good. And next, flaps not calibrated. So let's calibrate the flaps. Set flaps to up. Okay. Oh, whoops. Controls config. Thrust levers, side stick, flaps. All right, let me just go through it and then I'll reset it again. All right, clear calibration, calibrates. So there was guidance on this as well. All right, so 0% for flaps up, and then for flaps 1, they say around 25%. I'm just going to see if that maps to flaps 1 on this. Doesn't have to be precise, but let's see how close we can get it. It's amazing how sensitive this is. Whew. This is like a fool's errand trying to get... Oh, look at that! Oh, that's close enough. Fine. So flaps 1, 25%. Flaps 2, 50%. Hey, Tiana, how's it going? Welcome to the channel. We are checking out the new Fenix A320. We're getting things set up from scratch here. And then we'll actually do some flying tonight. Flaps 3 around 75%. It's so sensitive, but that's why it's so good. That's what she said. All right, oh, perfect. 75 right there. And then, of course, flaps full is easy. All the way. 100. Although, do I want to go past do I go past the detent usually? You know what? No, the detent is past 100. So, okay. There we go. Store calibration. Flaps calibrated. And now I want to test the other shortcuts I have. So there's flaps working pretty well. Good, 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 good. Now, does my normal mappings work? Oh, interesting. That seems backwards. Right? Yeah. Yeah, there's something going on with the flaps there, so we'll have to look into that. How about my engines? That still works. That still works. That still works. Nice. Okay. So where they can map to the Asobo mappings, they do. Um, let's see. Let me get SPAD up and running. SPAD is what I use for my radio panels. And some of those mappings are specific to the fly-by-wire, so we'll just have to clear those out. But let me make sure my radios and altimeter settings still work. Oh, you've flown it, Mo Daddy. You flew it already. Good on you, man. Good on you. I'm so excited to hear. This is the best plane you've ever flown in your sim career. That's insane. That's insane. All right, let's see. Altimeter setting. No, it is mapped differently. It is mapped differently. And radios. This looks like it's picking up. Yeah, no, the radios work. All right. And how about... Yeah, no, I'll have to set up the FMC manually. So, if you're interested... Actually, before I do that, let's check the flight sim settings and see if they were able to put in custom events for the sim itself. So filter new. Oh, interesting. New. So flight control surfaces. What do we want? We want autopilot. Alright, I don't see anything that's specific to the sim here, to the Phoenix. So I'm going to SPAD real quick and see if I could see new events. If I can, then I will show you guys SPAD and we can set this up together. But I'm just going to confirm this first. So firstly, I want to look at 3435. All right. All right, I'm not seeing Phoenix specific events. So if any of you guys have flown this plane already and you're able to figure out how to map specific events to SPAD, feel free to let me know. Okay, let's see. Alright, at worst, we'll just control it ourselves. It looks like most of it functions. But I do want to fix the spoiler settings. So let's go ahead. That is set in here. Alright, so we'll probably, okay. Let's clear these. It seemed to not like these. Set auto spoilers arming. Let's try this. Validate. Apply and save. And now let's see if it works the way we want. It does nothing. All right. Oh, whoop. Sorry guys, wrong options there. Controls options. Well, let's at least fix the spoiler axis before we worry about the auto arming. All right, so it is mapped to the right one. We have it on reverse axis. Let's see if it behaves the way we want. Yeah, so the arming button was messing with it. So it is working the way we want without the arming button. There is that one more setting we can use to arm it. Otherwise, we'll just, again, do it manually with our little mouse. All right, so spoilers. And let's try this. Usually it's not the toggles, but we'll see if it works. All right, hold on to your butts. Oh, 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 that, oh no, 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 no. That was not correct. Okay. So we'll just arm the spoilers manually, and we'll dig into this some other time, because I want to start flying. That's what I want to do. So let's just go ahead and clear this. Clear current input, validate. Okay. Cool. We'll figure it out later. All right, so next up, let's get ready to actually fly this thing, and we're going to go through our normal flows, and we'll see how everything works. So first things first, let me get our flight plan together. Oh, and it looks like we have ATC, we have Salt Lake Approach online, so we'll have some coverage, which will be fun. All right, generating the flight plan. Oh, whoop, hold on. Update the time. All right, generate flight plan. Just going to download this. I know you guys can't see this right now, but it's fine. I'm just on simbrief.com at the moment, getting everything set up there. And now I'm going to load a vPilot. I'm going to reload my model matching, because I think I fixed it from the last time I streamed. So just adding my latest rule set, which is available on flightsim.to. If you search Mike November Whiskey, you can find it. All right, let's connect. We are Delta 9084 tonight. And we're not the A320neo, we are just the A320. Connect. All right, we are on VATSIM. So let's go ahead and file our flight plan. And file. Flight plan filed. And we are back in the sim. All right, so let's get things loaded up. Starting with our overhead flows. Ooh, wrong overhead. Figure out, there we go. Shortcut 5. So we've already connected to external power. We'll keep the fuel pumps off because we're going to load fuel. We're going to have to figure out how to do that. So external power is on. So at this point we can get the nav and logo lights on. We can get the no smoking sign to auto and arm the emergency lights. Go ahead and turn on cruise supply. Ground controls on. And align the IRSs, set those to nav. I have no idea what this is. GN aiders, no clue. but we'll just ignore it for now and hope everything works. We'll go test the APU. Oh, that looks so good. You can see like the individual lights behind the guard there. And there's a nice little delay. Okay. Oh, there we go. Okay, just turns off after a little bit. All right, and whoops. I think I clicked it twice. We'll give it a sec. There we go. And that all looks good. And I'll hold off to turn on the APU. Normally we would do it now to get boarding going. Oh yeah, we never figured out the altimeter setting, eh? All right, we'll do that manually too. So let's go. Oop, there we go. Oh, and we got our clearance. Cool. They just decided to give it to us because it's approach. Let me grab a pen. All right, let's look at this. Pre-departure clearance, call sign Delta 984, departing SLC, cruise altitude, flight level 390. Departure instruction, maintain 10K. And 230 knots. And we're going to expect flight level 390. Departure frequency 128.1. Squawk 6511. Expect closest active runway for departure. ATC may change. Do not reply unless you have questions. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. We are cleared to KSUX. It's like the funniest friggin' airport I've ever heard. That's the only reason why I chose it, because the ICAO code is hilarious. Cool, so that's all set. All right, so here the brightness is already set. The lights are already on. Coming over here, the clock is... You know, we were spending so much time in the settings menus. I think the clock got a little behind us. But that's not a big deal. The runtime, can we reset that? There we go. And oh, interesting. Trying to figure out which is the right camera here. So it's the GPS that's wrong. All right, anyway, so landing gear is down, indicating down. Does that work? Oh, that's annoying. All right, we'll have to check the controls again for landing gear. Gear down. Gear up. So it's already set to the default. Maybe it's not responsive on the ground? But I can't even click on it. All right, well, we'll check that later. But it's in the right position. Gonna set constraints. We'll set up the FMC later on. I'm gonna do that thing I normally... actually, no, we'll keep this on. We'll keep this on this time. I normally turn those screens off to save frames, but I'm gonna assume the performance is better than the fly-by-wire. All right, so coming down here, cockpit pressure looks good. Hydraulic fluid is nice and full, and lots of oil. And oh, and this is cute. It's kind of uneven, but that's fine. This is plenty for this flight. Coming down here, let's actually get back to the main menu here. Check the ECAM. All right, still 3 minutes to alignment. We are on the wrong frequency. We got to be on 128.1. So we'll just go ahead and tune to departure frequency. There we go. We'll monitor that. Thrust levers are idle. Engine masters are off. Engine mode is normal. Flaps are retracted. Spoilers are disarmed and retracted. Cockpit door is unlocked, although it doesn't indicate open. Parking brake is on. And actually, let's just turn around and see. Can I open the door? Look at that. That is sick. That is sick. All right. That is so cool. And is it indicating open on the panel here? Sorry. I'll get these shortcuts ready at some point. It's actually not saying open, so that might be in-op for now. But all good. So everything looks fine there. Now let's hop to our EFB and figure out how to get SimBrief synced up. Okay. So we'll want to change our units. Oh yeah, so feet, kilograms. There we go. All right, there it is. From Salt Lake to KSUX. Looks like we can edit our departure times. We have 30 minutes, but that's fine. That is fine. Tap or swipe to view each panel. So there's the METAR, although we do have ATIS, so we'll go ahead and collect the ATIS. Oh, VATSIM ATIS. I could have sworn ATIS was available. Let's see. Yeah, it says ATIS is offline, but I have it in vPilot. So let's go ahead and collect our ATIS while we're talking about it. So, information Juliet. And it is nice and recent. It's actually from about 6 minutes ago. So pretty windy, 340, 25, but gusting to 35. Good visibility, high ceilings. Temperature 14, dew point 02. And use landing and departing runways 34 left, 34 right, and 35. So that makes sense. We'll check our SimBrief for what it recommended, but with that wind, that makes total sense. Altimeter 2972. So let's hop over to our glare shield. Which shortcut was that? Nope. Sorry, you guys are probably getting so friggin' dizzy. 2972. Oh, come on. There we go. And we should set our altimeter here as well. But I don't see the measure. Oh, I see it there. Hectopascals. Uh, 1006. Nope. 2972. Okay. So 1006. There we go. And what's the deal with this? Ah, just gotta hold it until it settles. That's so cool. That's so clever. Alright, so that's all set. Back to our EFB. Alright, and the routing. View map. What does the map look like? Ah, not too shabby. Alright, so I saw another area, so pilot brief. We can use this. Cool, so we can actually see our actual operating flight plan in the format that we like from SimBrief, which is fantastic. So we're in Salt Lake, we're heading to KSUX. Our alternate tonight is Kilo Mike Charlie India. We are, still says United Airlines, well I do believe I updated that, but we are Delta Airlines 9084. Cost index of 10, flight level 390, triple pause, 39699, zero fuel weight 58 tons. About an hour and 35 in the air, and that's because we have a hell of a tailwind of 85 knots, so we're going to get a real serious push, but high shear rate, so expect some turbulence. We're departing 34 left, so that's fine. And rugged to departure, Jorgi direct, that all looks fine, and we'll plan our arrival when we're in the air, because we'll have some time to do that. Looking at fuel, and now we need to figure out how to load fuel. 6228, I'm just going to assume that's correct. We have plenty to get to our alternate. Although, you know what? I need to actually redo this flight plan because I used the wrong airframe. I used the Neo. So I'm going to hop back into the SimBrief website. And, you know, I wonder if they have a SimBrief file for the Phoenix. Let's see. All right. So I'm just going to use the default SimBrief A320 and hope for the best. And we'll generate a new flight plan. Should be the same routing. And it is. Cool. So let's hop back into the sim. I won't bother to refile the flight plan because that'll just mess things up. And it basically looks the same, just very slight difference on the timing. Well, the shear rate has updated. Interesting. Okay. Look at the fuel. So a bit more fuel. That makes sense. The Neo is more efficient. And I think if we go back into the Phoenix, we can get our load sheet. So mass and balance. Is this? Yeah, this is already set. And we should get a McDo message with our load sheet. So let's see. Let's see. Oh, I see. If I click on, making you all dizzy again. If I click on load aircraft, yeah, so this is the planned. Let's make sure I still have the right.
All aircraft, please be advised, Salt Lake approach is now closed. Monitor Unicom 122.8.
All right, well, we lost ATC coverage because we took too damn long. All right, I just want to make sure that the re-import worked. And it doesn't look like it did, so I need to figure out how to unload this flight. Oh, re-import from SimBrief. Easy, yes, re-import. Okay, now go to mass and balance. That looks better. And load aircraft. Oh, we do not want to wait 26 minutes. All right, next time we'll do real. Let's do fast time. You can see the center of gravity moving in real time. Very, very fun. Let's head over to the McDo. And we do have a company message. Is it this? I'm trying to remember where it was. Receive messages. Load sheet. Delta 9084. This is so cool. This is realism right here. Accept. Do you have to read the whole thing? Or does that just send a message back? Simulated. I don't know, that's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. So I think at this point, let's go ahead. All right, let's go ahead and set up the box. Let's do this. So IRSs, they should definitely be all lined up now, and they are. And coming back here, AC status, different engines. Look at that, we don't have the LEAP engines on this one, but we do have, what? Why is this not using the latest AirX cycle? That is disturbing. Huh. You would think it would sync with Navigraph. Let's see. Is there a place to manually update the AirX cycle? Must be. This is like almost too real. Data link status. Com menu. flight in it. And data request. Let's see. You guys are so patient here. If you're still sticking around while I fiddle around figuring this out. Air rack cycle for the Phoenix. Oh, here we go. Alright, here we go. How do I update my nav data using Navigraph? Alright, I should have that. Hopefully I don't need to restart the sim to do this. FMS Data Manager. So just signing into Navigraph right now with my account. I'm not going to show that on the screen, but I'll walk you through what I'm doing. So I'm signing in. Downloads, nav data, FMS Data Manager for Windows. Hopefully it updates live. Otherwise I may have to restart the sim. Alright, just finishing up the installation. It wants me to restart the computer. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You've got to be kidding me. Alright, well friends, this is what I'm going to do. And I apologize because I want to do this right tonight. I'm going to shut down the stream, but I'll be back in, let's say, 10 minutes. Apologies. But we will do this. We are learning together.